What an exhausting year 2020 has been, which is why this update is so much fun to bring to you, because this is the first forecast for the start of summer 2020-2021. So stick with me. We've got the forecast for December 1st coming up very soon, which is the first day of summer on the meteorological calendar. Don't write your letters. The astronomical date comes up in another few more weeks. But let's kick off with the wind map for today, Wednesday. We've got this big low lying off the west coast. Now, you probably heard a few updates about severe weather, and it may not be that bad where you are. That's because the center of this low is being stretched out, and that's spreading the energy a little bit further afield. So not as windy in Auckland as it could have been, but there could be some wind coming in later on, and also a few isolated thunderstorms as this low starts to move on through. So let's take a look at Thursday. The low itself on Thursday, it's gone, vanished, fallen apart. It's actually centered somewhere around here, or sort of anywhere in the lower North Island. So the leftovers, these showers, will be a little bit patchy in the morning, and then into the afternoon you might get again some of those isolated afternoon downpours, maybe a thunderstorm as it finally moves away. And then after that, things do start to dry out. The South Island's got a pretty dry Thursday on the way, maybe a couple of showers in the very north, and at the very end of the day, we might see a little bit of cloud. Well, that cloud's likely to build across the day, but by the end of the day, a few showers coming in from that front. As we go into Friday, that cold front is cold. That's obvious, but the reason why I'm saying it like that is because the temperatures are going to drop overnight, Friday, going into Saturday, down towards zero. And it's because of this surge of southerlies. The high out here helping to dredge up some colder air. So this is a proper southerly coming through with a big temperature drop after your warm couple of days coming up Southland. Friday's much colder. And that southerly will make it up to Wellington by night time. So you'll have a warm northerly in Wellington on Friday, followed by a cold southerly coming in later on. So we've got a bit of news about this on the Weather Watch website. You can see here almost December, and parts of the South Island that you see shaded there are going to be around zero or even below it. Frosts aren't looking too likely, but it's going to be a cold night as we go into Saturday morning. Saturday itself, that's the reason why it will be cold first thing in the morning. But the reason why the frost might be limited is because there is this warm nor'wester coming out of Australia, hot on the heels of the southerly. So you've got a little window of time, Friday night, Saturday morning, where the high rolls in, locks in that southerly in the south. And then at a certain point of time in the morning, and you check your hourly forecasts at Weather Watch and Rural Weather, you'll be able to see exactly when this nor'wester kicks in. And that's probably the main reason we're not seeing frost. Otherwise, I think frost might be in the forecast. Places like Dunedin down to just 4 or 5 degrees on Saturday morning. The high rolls in. It's a beautiful day up in the north. But as the weekend wears on into Sunday, the next low comes in. More rain on the west coast. Big, strong, spring-like west to northwest winds, pushing temperatures up though in northern areas and keeping it mostly dry for you. Then we get into next week. So Monday kicks off, the last day of November, with a cold front moving up into the upper North Island. That's good news, very good news for Auckland and the water storage issues. I saw Mayor Phil Goff hinting the other day on Twitter, yesterday actually, that the water restrictions might start to ease a little bit, and we would support that here at Weather Watch because I think there's been enough rain now to go, yeah, maybe you can use a hose or something. So fingers crossed. I think a lot of gardeners would be very keen to get back out into the garden with the water hose and start caring for your garden properly. We've got a few showers around the north of the South Island on Monday, and by the way, another cooler change coming through late Sunday and across Monday for many regions. And our final map, here it is. This is the first day of December, first day of summer on the meteorological calendar, and we've got high pressure pushing in across the country, a bit of an easterly at the top of the country. This low likely to be pushed away next week by this high, but the Southern Ocean, very active, very stormy at the moment. So I wouldn't expect a sudden easing of the windy weather we've been getting. In fact, we've got a surge of windy weather coming up, a lot of windy weather in the Southern Ocean. So we're not done yet, but hopefully this high out here will come our way around about this time next week, going into the later part of next week, Thursday, Friday more so. That's when we might be getting back into some properly settled weather. But for now, spring definitely still with us for the final week of spring. And that's all from me. We'll see you again tomorrow with our next update.